If you're struggling to hit doubles, it's probably because no one has shown you what I'm going to teach you today. And if you apply this, not guess, but actually apply this, you'll start hitting consistent doubles. And I can say this because just look at Dodge. Last season, he had zero doubles, and this season, he's a doubles threat every time he steps up to the plate. So, in this video, what I'm going to do is share with you exactly what we did so that you can copy it and you can start hitting doubles too. With that being said, let's get started. So most players have taken a million swings in the cages. They have paid for private hitting instructors and they've watched all the videos on YouTube known to man that's telling them this is the drill that is going to get you to start driving the baseball and hit doubles. And they've been in the cage, they've been in the gym, they're doing everything possible, but yet they're still not able to hit doubles. And why is that? And it's because they haven't done the things that I'm going to share with you in this video. And I guarantee you, if you do these things, you'll start hitting the ball farther, you'll start hitting the ball harder, you'll start being more consistent, and you'll take your game to that next level. So what are those three things? Well, the first thing is what we need to do is we need to shift our identity. So what's happening right now is this. You, and I will say you, but it's also me as a player too, so don't think I'm, basically talking at you. I did this as a player as well. And this is why I learned this, is because I had this shift first before I'm able to teach my players. So here's me and some of you, right? And here's where we want to be, right? But when we do all the drills, okay, when we hit in the cage with the coach, when we basically lifting the weights, what we're doing is we still think we are this person right here, even though we're trying to get to this person. So what's happening is there's an identity that the identity alignment is not in sync, right? So we need to first start to shift our identity and then everything else falls into place. So that's the first thing, is that we need to shift the identity. And how do we do that? We talk to ourselves. We say out loud, I am a doubles threat. Okay. You start to tell yourself this, right? And I'll give you a quick little story that kind of sums this up. So I went to UCLA, and my coach at UCLA always talked about you cannot outperform your self-image. So where you see yourself is as far as you can go in your game. So he would tell us in practice, who are you guys? Where do you guys see yourself? And we would say we were number one in the nation. We're number one in the country. And we weren't even number one. Sometimes we weren't even ranked, right? And he kept telling us this. He kept telling us this over and over and over. And what happened was, my junior year, we were number one in the nation. And it's because that identity, we had programmed it like we're going to work to become number one. We're going to push ourselves. We held everybody accountable. And then next, we were number one in the nation. So the first thing is we have to create that identity, right? Because belief plus confidence plus self-image equals identity. And the more we can make that stronger, then the more success we're going to have. And right now, a lot of you players are doing all the drills and you're doing everything you're supposed to, but you don't believe and you don't see yourself as a doubles threat. And that's the reason why you're not hitting doubles. So the first thing we need to do is we need to align our identity. We have to shift that identity, okay? And when we do, that's when we start to unlock that next level player that we're supposed to be. Now, the next thing is, after that, what we need to do is increase our exit velocity. So after we have aligned our identity and we start to shift it, we need to increase that exit velocity, because a lot of you just don't hit the ball hard enough, and that's the honest truth. So since you're not hitting the ball hard enough, we're not able to get the ball in the gaps. Those turn to be outs because the center fielder is there and he can just go and track it down, right? Or it's landing right in front of the outfielders because you don't have the power to increase it. So we need to increase our exit velocity, because 1 mile per hour increase equals 7 feet of distance. Okay, so we need to train to hit hard. And I'll write this right here. Once we start doing that, it starts to basically increase our power and our explosive force. And I'll actually write this right down. I'll just put power for right there. But that increases our power, and that basically aligns to the identity we want to create, because someone that hits doubles, they can hit the ball hard, they can drive the baseball. And once we see these numbers start creeping up, we start to believe even more. And really, that's when things start to get so much fun. Okay, now the last thing we need here is approach. And all the players you see at the major league level, they have an approach, they have a plan, and they're executing it daily. Executing it daily. They became the best in the world at executing it. So what we need to do is, we had the identity, we increased our exit velocity, so now we're hitting the ball harder. Now we need to have a plan and approach that allows us to get those results consistently, and we need to execute it. We need to execute it off the tee. When you're hitting off the tee and you drive it up the middle and you drive it to the gap, you need to be like, yeah, that's a double. Right? When you're hitting front toss, right, you need to be like, that's a double. Right? When you're hitting BP, you need to see yourself hit a double, and you need to train yourself as a machine. And when you execute this consistently, that's when you really start to, get this, where it start to, you're at the plate and you see a pitch right out of the hand, and you can see, oh, okay, I'm about to hammer this for a double. Like, things start slowing down for you, and you know what pitches you can drive, and you know what pitches that you can't. And so that right there is the game plan. We need to have an approach to hunt pitches in the gap. Okay, let me write that right there. And this is because of pitch selection plus swing and the mental game. Okay, and that right there is the triangle to hitting doubles. Okay, we call it the doubles triangle. So we'll put that right there. And when all three align, that is, when you have the identity, when you increase your exit velocity, so you're hitting the ball harder, and when you have the approach and plan and you execute it, that's when you get in-game doubles. And that is exactly what Dodge is doing right now. Last season, he had 0 doubles, and this season, he has 4 doubles, and it's been only about 4 weeks. So each week, he's hitting at least 1 double, and his goal is to hit 10 doubles this year. And I know he's going to do it, because we are doing all these things right here, and it's starting to translate in game for him, and his confidence is going out the roof. Okay, so if you would like to get results like this and learn this quicker, so that you can take your game to that next level, go down below and schedule a time to talk. We'll get on a call. We'll look at your mechanics. We'll look at your plan, and then we'll put something together where you're able to start implementing this and take your game to that next level. And once you do, I'm telling you, the game becomes much more fun, because you're standing out and you become the player that you know you should be. And that's the reason why you're watching this video, because you know there's another level and you want to get there. And that's the thing about a baseball player. You're always pushing to get better. And this is why Dodge, like I said, I love the kid, because he works hard, he pushes himself, and he wants it. And he's the one that wanted to do all this. And now he's reaping the rewards from his hard work. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Let me know if you like this video, and if you like this style. This tells me that I'll make more like this. And I think this could be very helpful for players out there. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.